Alright, Burst here with a tutorial on speedrunning Monster Party for the NES. Hopefully it helps out anyone out there that's interested in this run. It's a pretty wild one. It's a lot of fun. I do recommend it with hesitation. It does have some heartbreaking RNG in some parts, but if you like the game enough, you may be able to see past that and see what kind of time you can get with this one. And I just wanted to dump all of my knowledge into one video here. Hopefully that helps. And shout out to a lot of the other Monster Party runners out there that have been discovering new things. And also Drixus, the current record holder. A lot of what I learned was from watching his world record video several times. And yeah, so let's just get right into the game here. And first we'll talk a little bit about Mark. So you have Mark and Bert as your two kind of modes of play here. I just wanted to point out some things about Mark's control that may help with some of the speed tech we'll have to be doing. His jump is like pretty floaty. You don't have to hold down the jump button at all. You just tap jump once and he'll do the same kind of jump. You can move left and right as much as you want the whole time. There's also, if you hit down, he will drop faster. So he'll drop straight down. And that will come in handy several times throughout the game. Also, some things about the bat. The projectiles will kind of change their trajectory depending on your timing of hitting it. So if you hit it when it's kind of further away from you, it will kind of go straight back at the enemy. I'm trying to see if I can get this guy to cooperate here. Something like that. Or they may fire, kind of upwards at an angle if you wait a little bit longer. Let's see. He also has a little crawl kind of move, which is not super useful. There's maybe one or two times we might use that. The way he ducks, though, is good. And he ducks immediately. There's no hesitation to his duck. And there's a lot of enemy and boss hitboxes that if you duck, the enemy will just walk over you without damaging you. So that can be pretty useful. Other than that, we'll get a Bert pill here to show off some of Bert's controls. There's one coming up here. I think it's one of the next high school students. Or it's maybe back here now. If we can if we get these legs to spawn. We'll talk about the enemy spawns later. That's a whole nother thing. But now we're Bert. As you saw, there's a transformation animation when you grab the pill item. It's pretty slow. There is one trick you can do to skip that, but it's very difficult to do and not super useful in the run. I'll mention that later once we get to a possible spot where you could use it. But here's Bert. You tap the A button and you can fly around. And he's definitely a lot more floaty than Mark. He also has the if you hit down, you will just drop straight down immediately. The faster you mash A, you will fly upwards faster. So there are certain parts where you'll need to be going up pretty quickly, so you'll want to mash A as fast as you can. He's also got lasers. You can have two lasers on screen at one time. Our Bert ran out. I probably should have made a save state there. Show you more Bert. Oh, we can get another pill. So you do have a limited number of lasers you can have on screen at once. The further you get in the game, Bert's laser actually changes into kind of he'll have two lasers that fire in a kind of a curved pattern, with better distance as well. So your lasers get better as the game goes on, which is nice. But just starting out, you kind of have a short range single shot. I think that's about it with Bert. There's one other thing I'll mention here too as we switch back to Mark, and this is actually pretty important for level 1. If you notice, when you drop off of a ledge, he shifts forward a pixel. It's probably pretty difficult to see, but he does shift forward 1 pixel, and he'll kind of, over time, the more pixels you shift, he'll be further on the right side of the screen as it's scrolling. As long as you don't get hit or start walking to the left, then it kind of resets itself. But there's a pretty cool section in level 1 where if you're shifted far enough to the right, you can jump over a certain enemy and you get into this really nice pattern to get to the end door as fast as possible. That's kind of an advanced strat that maybe you don't want to worry about too much as you're getting started, but that little edge boost is pretty important to know for this particular level. As far as other levels, it still works, but it's more of a frame saving kind of thing that doesn't really change the route too much. Alright, one other thing I wanted to mention too with items, and I guess we'll get into the enemy spawn stuff too. Enemies will always drop the same item, you know, a heart or a pill or a question mark. The question mark item is going to be random. It's either score, you know, it's a certain amount of points, or health, or a pill. That you don't know until you pick it up. So that's kind of one of the bad RNG things I was talking about earlier. There is some really huge time saves based on you know, getting the correct question mark, you know, Bert pill. Or also, it really helps if you get health from question marks, because we'll be doing a lot of damage boosting, and especially in level 2 and 3, and a lot of the bosses do a lot of damage too. So getting health, especially in the first 4 levels, is pretty important. So getting health from question marks is good. Getting pill from question marks is good sometimes. Sometimes you don't want one because it will cause you to lose time. So there may be cases where you want to avoid question marks too. So yeah, that gets kind of interesting. But at least you can count on specific enemies will drop the same stuff each time. Now, as far as enemy spawns go, those can be affected by a lot of different things. I'm going to go back to the start of level 1 here. But the way enemies spawn can be affected by killing certain enemies, by picking up certain items, sometimes just by getting hit by something, or even by what pixel you enter a door on. so there's kind of I'll show an example here. So if we jump over, if we don't kill these 2 guys, and we don't kill that guy, there's no legs here. You may have seen earlier I was killing some legs right here for a pill item, but we didn't kill anything back there, so these legs didn't show up at all. And if you go backwards, you'll see they eventually appear. You're not going to be going backwards in the speed run, but that's just an example of how what you do will affect the enemy spawns down the road. So that we'll be like avoiding certain enemies, we will be killing certain enemies but leaving the item behind, or sometimes you'll kill the enemy and grab the item, especially if they drop health. There may be a need to grab that health. So that can really affect your routing in this game. So I just wanted to mention that. As far as this tutorial goes, I'm going to stick to a particular route. You may alter it to suit your own needs, especially if you're in a race or in a marathon kind of situation. You might want to change the route a little bit to pick up more health. But the route I'm gonna kind of follow here is hopefully the fastest one for as of this day anyway. So enough of that. That's level routing. The only other kind of routing we'll get into is when you want to be Mark and when you want to be Bert. So we'll want to be Mark for the first 3 levels, and then we'll get a Bert pill in level 3. And if you're lucky, you can use Bert through the entire stage, and then we'll be Mark again in 4. And then change back to Bert in 4. And eventually you'll be Bert again in 6 and keep it until the end of the game. So that's kind of a good route. There is a very lucky Bert pill in level 3 that you always hope you get. It saves a ton of time, but we'll kind of we'll get to that when we get there. I think that's the general overview. So from here, we'll start getting into the individual levels. We'll go over, the route for the level, and I'll go into the details on each of the bosses. So the bosses also have a lot of RNG, but we'll go over some good ways to fight them, and hopefully get some good patterns. We'll see. But all right, so we'll go ahead and get started with level 1 here. I'm gonna make a save state here, so follow that as we go. Now the first thing we're gonna do is get our first edge boost right there. I think I made a bad save state. We're just gonna start from the title screen. Edge boost right there, jump over this guy, edge boost again, jump over his fireball, his laser, whatever it is, and then you want to go into this door on the right side of it. Try to get as far right as you can. So I'll do that one more time here. Edge boost there. I paused at the beginning of the screen. Screw that up. I'll do a save state on this screen, then we can do this right. Okay. Edge boost, jump over him. Edge boost, jump over the laser. You kind of hesitate a little bit, or you're gonna get hit by that student up at the top part of the ledge. Do that. Yeah, I usually just hesitate in midair for a second, and then you'll go up into the door as soon as you can. Another thing too with the doors, you don't have to go in right in the middle. You can go pretty far to the left or right side of it and still go in. But the way you enter this door will affect the enemy spawns when you come out. That's why we went into the far right side of it. There is one other way I've seen people do this part. You might like this way better. You can, I'm not even gonna worry about this guy right now, but basically instead of jumping over his laser there, I've seen some people jump up right there and immediately hit the down button to land right in front of the door. That way is cool too. I'm particularly not great at doing it that way because I learned this other way so long ago. It's a hard habit for me to break. But you can definitely you might have better success doing it that way too. So I'll just point out that way as well. We'll go in here. Let's fight the plant. I'll just save over my old save state here. One other note with boss fights too. Whenever you enter a door, you're going to want to mash the A button as fast as you can, so that you're not wasting time on these text bubbles, because they'll just sit there until you hit the A button. But this plant doesn't move. It's just going to shoot bubbles at different angles. And the bubbles are also at different speeds. The bubbles do 1 damage. The plant itself does 2 damage. So if you hit its body, if you hit the plant's body, you probably want to just reset. So you don't want to be losing a ton of health this early in the game. But all you really need to do here is get up right in front of the plant and keep jumping and hitting it with your bat. It'll die a little bit faster if you deflect some bubbles back at it. But the bubble patterns are kind of they're just random. One thing I like to do is if you hesitate a little bit on your first jump, you might have a little bit better luck with deflecting a bubble back right away. So I like to take a couple steps and then wait just a split second and start doing just a jump and bat. So it's a pretty easy boss. I would say if you take a lot of damage on that boss, it's so early in the game, you might want to reset if you can. And is the item he drops, I would say if you can, always try to grab that. You never know it's going to be health. You can land on this pot here. I wouldn't really advise that. Because you'll be doing less damage if you're up here and probably be getting hit by more bubbles. One thing too with these question marks, you'll notice some of them don't work. You can't pick them up. I'm not entirely sure what causes that. It might be hitting it with your bat, or if you're like in the air when the boss dies. I'm not exactly sure what causes that. But depending on the timing, you might be able to land and then pick up whatever it is. If it's a burnt pill, you might want to start over again. So this is a pretty heavy reset point. So you may be fighting the plant a lot. Let's get out of this fight with some health. I don't want to die during the tutorial. There, that's pretty good. He only hit me once. And we got health. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, it's great getting health on the plant. It's always nice to have a little bit extra for what's coming next. Alright, so we're gonna leave this room. Jump over the legs. Edge boost off that. Jump up here. Edge boost off of these two. Jump right at that block, and then we'll do there's kind of a move where if you swing your bat and land and swing it again, you can get 2 hits in on an enemy really quickly. We'll do that. I'll show that again. Jump over that. Edge boost off of these two. Right where this block is, jump. And just keep on going past that guy, and we're just trying to get as many edge boosts as we can. There's one right here too, a little tiny one. And then here's the second boss. One of the best bosses ever. I'll show this last section one more time though. I'll slow down on that one part too. Kind of went a little fast there. So you want to edge boost off this block right after you kill that guy. Now if you are in need of health, like for a race, he drops a heart every time. So it might be worth waiting for him to blow up and grab the heart. And we're gonna jump off of, or fall off of these 2 blocks here for another boost, and you jump immediately after you land to make it over these legs. Now I jumped too late, so we ended up here. That's actually okay. Now we can jump up here and then edge boost off of that instead. So there's kind of some little alternates for this part, but to do this trick later in the level, you do need a certain number of successful edge boosts to succeed. So you want to get as many of those as you can. But right from here, we're gonna jump right from about here to get across the gap. Did I jump too soon? This part takes a lot of practice. Level 1, the optimal route for level 1 takes some work. But there's so many RNG resets in this stage that you'll probably pick it up pretty quick. So we're just gonna jump over all these. You might be able to get an edge boost on this one pillar here. Like that. So you landed on it just for a split second, and then you land between these spikes. That was a little bit slow because I've been pausing, but yeah, you land between those spikes and just keep jumping until you get up to this door. Alright, so we're gonna fight this boss. This is the hardest boss in the game. Sorry I'm dead. Not much you can do here. Just go, make sure you're on the far left side of the screen and leave the room immediately once he's dead. He does give you an item. That was nice of him. Yeah, so that's the sorry I'm dead boss. I'll do this section one more time. Oh, I hesitated on one of my jumps, so we missed an edge boost there. I'm gonna do that again. I'm about to set a save state, so we want to get those edge boosts right. Okay. So yeah, you just run to the left. You can dance around a little bit. Now you immediately are running to the right, jump over these legs down here, and then we're about to do the big jump. We're gonna jump over these legs, jump up to this part here. There's gonna be a student coming from the right, and we're gonna jump, swing the bat, jumping over the student and possibly deflecting his laser at the same time. This is the big jump. We'll need to do this to do the cool route in the second half of this stage. And we didn't get it. So that's gonna happen a lot. So it's not the easiest jump. You want to be you gotta get all those edge boosts, and you need to jump off the very far right of this block here. And we got damage, so then that ruins the whole edge boosting. Now if you're just getting started with this run, you might not want to worry about this trick too much. because it will take a lot of practice. It can, if you're resetting on that, it's going to be hard to get a level 1. But there, we just got it. I think there's a little bit of RNG in the student's movement too. But that's how that should work. You jump right over him, deflect the laser. Didn't take any damage. I'll show that one more time. If we can do it one more time. But yeah, if you're just getting started with this game, it's okay if you get hit by this guy. He actually gives you health. So you could kill that guy and get a heart too. That would be the smarter thing to do. But that is the big jump, if you can jump over him. And this is interesting. I'm gonna get hit by his laser. Nope, not quite. Alright. Alright, so the level's all crazy now. Let's do a new save state here. Okay, we're gonna edge boost off of this first set of blocks here. Jump up here and jump up to this one and boost off of those, and then keep walking under these legs, jump up and edge boost off of those 2 steps. So we're just adding more pixels to how far we are to the right. There's also these faces in the tree trunk. You could land on them, so we can get 2 more edge boosts off of these 2 faces. And then this is actually the worst boss in this game. Coming up on the pumpkin. Maybe not the worst, but he ruins a lot of runs. We'll do this one more time. And we'll start fighting the pumpkin. One thing I'll mention too, there's an eyeball coming from the right, so you don't want to go too far to the right on the door frame. So you kind of want to drop down and immediately go in, or the eyeball could potentially hit you and you'd lose your pixel shifting that you've worked so hard to do up to this point. So just go up into the door immediately on the left side. Alright, so this boss, he walks around, he jumps, and he shoots a lot of pumpkins at you. He moves at about the same speed as Mark. You can duck, and I don't think his body shouldn't be able to hurt you, but yeah, see there, he didn't hurt us that time. But he's often shooting so many things that he's gonna hit you if you duck. But at least his hitbox won't hit you if you're ducking there. But basically what you want to do is stay as close to him as you can, and basically you'll be jumping and swinging your bat a lot, and hopefully you'll be deflecting all of his shots back at him. Now, if he knocks you away, then you're going to be unable to hit him. Like this. But now we're back within range. But you just want to keep like jumping and swinging and clobbering him. Yeah, see, he keeps getting away from me. See, now we can't do any damage to him. That's when you're gonna lose some time with that. But yeah, when you're learning this game, this guy, he deserves a lot of practice just to get used to his timing, just to get good at like jumping over him. Sometimes you can get something like that where you like jump up and let him go under you, and then just turn around and just keep hitting him. Yeah, this guy just takes a lot of practice. I haven't gotten like a really good fight yet. That one was pretty good. You kind of want him to, if he dies like around here on your first cycle, that's a good kill. But hopefully he's like jumping at the same time you are, and he's shooting at the same time you're swinging, and everything's bouncing back at him. That's the ideal situation. One thing I haven't mentioned yet on boss fights, because it hasn't mattered, is it's really great if you can be as far to the left side of the screen as you can once the boss dies. Because if the boss dies and you're all the way over here, it's just going to take forever to walk back to the entrance. So there's definitely a lot of strats that if you can finish the room on the left and leave immediately, you're going to have a big time save there. That wasn't great, but it's alright. But yeah, there's really nothing you can do to manipulate him. You just gotta hope that he doesn't kill you and that you get a decent time. He does, yeah, if you can, try to get hit by his projectiles instead of his body as well. So they'll just do less damage to you. But that's basically the pumpkin fight. That one, all I can really say is just give that guy a lot of practice. Alright, so we're gonna leave the room, and this particular route I'm going to do, it only works if you've done all the pixel shifting and you made the big jump. If you didn't make the big jump, your route's gonna change a little bit. You're gonna have to fight a few more things, but this is the optimal route if you got the jump. So you'll jump over the eyeball, shift off of these, jump over that eyeball, go to the far edge of that gap, and you'll want to swing your bat and hit the legs to kind of jump through them without getting hit. I'll do that one more time. Jump over these. Yeah, and you'll want to get to the very far edge of the ground here. And you'll notice I also hit the student on the other side of the lake. So you want that to happen as well, so that he doesn't damage you. And then you just keep walking underneath. There's gonna be another student coming, but just stay where you are. Right here, you want to jump between. You want to jump over the eyeball and between the laser. As my timing's a little weird right now because I'm pausing, but. You want to just kind of avoid the laser and the eyeball at the same time. There we go. I think I just jumped before the laser. You jump after the laser. So you go over this eyeball. We're going to jump up to this next ledge here to go over this eyeball. Then just keep walking straight. That guy won't hit you. I was spacing off and walked right into the other eyeball. Let's try this again. This way's pretty reliable. I shouldn't have said anything. I just cursed myself. Pretty reliable. Gets hit. It happens to me all the time. I like talk trash. Okay. Jump over that. Why is that happening now? This is gonna be a 6-hour tutorial. Wow. All right. I promise I've played this game before. Did I screw something up in my save state? I don't know what happened. Alright, there we go. Go under this guy. Jump over the final eyeball. Go in the door. Okay. In between stages, you will also want to mash the A button to get through these password and round 2 start screens. So once you go through the door and your health fills up, just mash the A button, and we'll be immediately going right. All right, so level 2. This level has a lot of damage boosting, and there's also some pretty cool warps in this stage. I had no idea these warps existed when I was a kid, so learning about this speedrun blew my mind. With how much I played this growing up, I never knew about the warps in this level. So we're gonna get right into a damage boost here. I should make a save state. Okay. So you'll just keep moving right. You won't get hit by the blood, but you'll want to get right about here and then turn around. I don't know if I can from this. I may have gone a little too far, but you'll turn around. Oh, we did it. And then immediately so once you get hit backwards. So that'll knock you more to the right. And then we can go right through this. I didn't quite do it fast enough. You get right up here. Takes some practice to get the timing down. But once you get it, this is a really good time save here. Shout out to Acidic. He mentioned there's this, you see those like grayish blocks behind there. So you just kind of get into that first grayish block that's lined up with Mark's head. It's a really good visual cue to get through there. And then the first boss room is right here. So we got the Medusa snake. The snake doesn't move, and she just shoots these like weird fat snake things at you. That kind of a weird arc. And it's a lot like the plant, so you just kind of get in front of it, and basically you'll just swing your bat while jumping straight up and down. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, and if you get hit by one, just take another step forward, keep doing the same thing. The question mark you might want to skip depending on your pace. If you have a really good pace, there's the possibility that she gives you a Burt pill and rips your run. So if your pace is really good and your health is good, you probably want to skip the question mark. But I'd say if you're not worried about it and you kind of want the health, you could grab it. But having Burt is not ideal at this point in the game. I'll say that for any of the bosses in level 2. You don't really want Burt. So it's up to you if you want to gamble and try and get health out of it. But that's Medusa, not a whole lot going on there. Okay, so there's another damage boost here we'll do. There's going to be a bunch of these in this level, but we're going to jump and bat through the fish and then try to turn around just before the fish damages us and you boost through. And it's not a big deal if you miss these, but if you can get a bunch of these, it does add up. But it takes a lot of practice. There, that was a decent one. probably not gonna get very many of these. If I'm doing a full run, I can get into a better groove with this, but that's basically how the damage boost works. So we'll boost through this fish. Let me try it one more time. And then go down the ladder. We'll actually go to the left. There isn't really a great way to boost through this guy, so I just take the hit there. The blood drip shouldn't hit you if you're going fast. And then there's a warp right here. We're gonna hit up on this pipe here. That takes you to this screen. I'm gonna make a save state right before that warp. So when you go through, you're gonna want to immediately go right, jump up the ladder, and then you hesitate a little bit for that blood drop. Oops, okay, so warp, jump up, hesitate, and go down this ladder, boost through him, and sometimes you can make it through this guy without taking damage. That's one of the harder boosts in the level, I think. I load my save state and I think I'm warping, but I haven't warped yet. Okay. Yeah, like that. I'm surprised I pulled that off, honestly. I very rarely get that, but that's how that works. So you just have to boost through the fish late enough so that your iframes continue through jumping through that. Otherwise, just, you could try to do a boost through him too and just try to turn around so that the boost knocks you to the left. But there's a great boss in here. Here's the second boss of the stage. Welcome to the fry. So this is kind of a 3-phase boss. All of the fried food that you fight do the same thing. So they're just kind of bouncing around randomly. They move left and right at a consistent speed, which is very close to the same speed as Mark. I don't know if it's exactly the same speed. It's very close. But the main thing you'll want to do is be like behind the food and just keep jumping up and down. Yeah, they take a lot more damage if they're bouncing a lot. Especially if their bounce is timed with your jump. But just going from the start of the fight here, you want to just kind of like jump and bat at it as it's starting to come out. When it goes off the wall, you'll kind of wait. You don't really want to get hit by it if you can help it either. But... Oops. Yeah, you don't want to do that. If you like start swinging your bat on the ground, Mark's gonna stop moving, and it's gonna, when that thing gets away from you, you just have to wait until it bounces off the other side of the room again, until you can start hitting it again. You can duck. If you duck, you won't take damage. You might be able to jump over it, but that's if you're really lucky. So if you duck under the food as it's switching sides, you can avoid damage that way. Sometimes when it changes to the wall, I like to do that down in midair to land quickly so I can land underneath it and not get hit. That is the fried food. I think our health is pretty good. I'll go ahead and make a save state here. But yeah, that boss, it's not that hard, but you do want to practice that one because it's easy to fall behind and you lose a lot of time if you get separated from the food. That's no good. So we're gonna save. Move on to try and find the third boss. Now when you come out, there's an egg there. You just want to walk right through it and then duck as the bubble shoots at you. Just like that. And we're gonna jump up this ladder and go up to the left. Now, if you get here soon enough, the alligator won't hit you. So you do want to do this part as fast as you can. And there's a warp in that pipe hole right there. And the third boss is going to be over to the left. Oops. Let's try that again. When we come out of the warp, we're going to want to damage boost through the fish. Go up this ladder. And then you want to jump and bat at the blob thing on the ceiling, and that stops the blood from dripping. So that's a quick way to not take damage there. We'll do that one more time. Jump up the ladder, hit that, and just keep walking to the end of this hallway. And this is the well. Now this boss is kind of tricky. It doesn't move, so that's good. But it's shooting plates at various angles, at 3 different angles. Maybe more than 3 angles. Oh yeah, maybe like 5 angles. But he shoots a lot of plates. And you want to kind of get right up about here in order you can hit the well with your bat, and you'll also bounce plates back. Now, you don't want to take a lot of damage here. So this is a kill that I've kind of come up with that works pretty well. Basically, I'll be doing a very quick hesitation and then jumping. And then once I land, I'm going to be kind of jumping and swinging my bat, and then also kind of hitting the down button to immediately land again. And you can do this in a rhythmic way that continually bounces the plates back at the boss. So if you do this right, you won't get hit, and it kills it really fast. Didn't do it right. There we go. Yeah, that's how that works. So if you can get that consistently, it's really helpful because you need as much health as you can get. There's to survive all of the damage boosts to leave this stage, you need to leave this room with 6 health or more. We have a lot right now because we've been using save states, but yeah, you really want to get out of this room with at least 6 health. If you are under 6 health, you should grab this question mark. It might keep the run going, but yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna get slowed down. There's an enemy you can kill for a heart, but it's kind of a slow process getting out. Yeah, basically jump. Yeah, I got my rhythm was off there. Yeah, if you get hit once, you can still hopefully get back into that rhythm and keep hitting the plates back at it. Or something like that, where you're like dodging some of them. This one, all I can say is just kind of keep practicing it. If you're really struggling with my method, you know, you can kind of just, you know, go like this. Maybe hit down sometimes if you can see a plate that is about to hit you. You hit down and it'll hopefully deflect it instead of hitting you. That's the well boss. Let me get a save state with all the health here. Oops. Yeah, this technique is a little finicky, so. Okay, there we go. So that's the well fight. So we'll leave, we're on our way out of the stage. Just keep walking under the blood, go down the stairs, damage boost through this fish. Now there's a, let's save state here. There's a way to damage boost through these eggs, which is, it's different from the fish, I would say. And there's a little bit of extra things to consider when you do this, but it may be worth learning. You'll kind of, you'll want to like land on the ground with the egg. I'm not sure how to best explain this because I'm not great at it. This is my least favorite damage boost. Yeah, it's just really hard. But I kind of want to land on the egg. There. So, yeah, you can damage boost through the eggs that way. One thing you'll want to do, though, is be cognizant of the bubble that he shoots out. You can either hit the bubble with your bat, like that, and then you don't take damage from the bubble, because you don't want to take damage from the bubble. You do want to be careful, though. If you bounce that bubble up and it kills that fish, it's going to screw up the enemy spawns at the end of the stage. So it's kind of a risky damage boost. I don't necessarily recommend this one unless you're really comfortable with it. That bubble almost hit the fish, not quite, but... Alright, and then you'll boost through this fish. I didn't do it there. I think you guys know how to do that, so. And there's another egg here. There isn't really a good way to boost through this red thing here. And then you're at the end. If you have less than 6 health and you want to continue the run, this egg has a heart. And it's not going to screw up the enemy spawns. If you kill that fish that was just back over there, there's an extra egg right here. Oh yeah, there's another heart here, this final egg. So if you're like really low on health and need to keep the run going, you can kill those. I'm just gonna kill this so we have a little extra health for level 3. That's the end of stage 2. Alright, so level 3 has some neat stuff in it too. We'll finally turn into Bert. There is a kind of weird stalactite glitch that we'll look at. And this is also where we get the first kind of pray for a lucky pill drop moment. So we do want to try to extend Bert through the middle of this stage if we can. It'll save a lot of time on transforming. Because if you grab another Bert pill while you're Bert, it just extends your form that much longer. So So level 3, like a save state here. We're gonna immediately be moving right. You just keep moving right without stopping. These spikes will not hit you. Jump up here. You want to jump across this gap from about the middle of this block so that these spikes don't hit you. Jump over that. And this skeleton here is gonna have our first Burt pill. He's a little bit of a jerk sometimes. These guys take a lot of hits. What you want to kind of do is jump. He always kind of jumps in the same way. So you can jump and swing and just keep hitting him like that, and he'll drop the pill. If he gets away from you, he'll kind of jump and turn around again. If you get too close, he'll hit you. Okay, so now we are Burt. We're gonna just fly over this guy. Dip down under there. Watch out for the invisible skeleton. And then this room has the first boss of level 3, the cow. Okay, that may have been a bad place to save state, actually. I think I was standing there and draining time. But anyways, he is going to run right at us, shoot cows at us. He kind of turns around randomly. My main advice with this guy, you can fly over him, but you're gonna kind of lose time. You can't hit him in the head. You have to hit him in his body. So what you're gonna want to do is just shoot him as much as you can, and then you can kind of take damage from one of the cows to pass through his body, and then you'll take less damage. Because the cows only do 1 damage, whereas his body does, I think, 2 damage. Yeah. So ideally, he's going to be shooting cows at you, and you can kind of take the hit from that to pass through him. So just keep shooting. I like to shoot a couple times and walk to the left so that I can leave the room on this side of the screen. It's great if he's in the corner. It's really good because you can just shoot more lasers at him. But you can't really tell which way he's gonna go. But yeah, you definitely just try to take damage from the cows instead of him whenever possible. Okay. Now there's a another pill coming up here. So if you go to the right a little bit, this flying wolf guy has one. You don't have to kill the skeleton, you can. And then here's the stalactite glitch. This glitch is weird. So there's some spot where if you are shooting your laser through this top, row of spikes here, it'll cause all of the spikes to fall. So you want to just fly up here and just kind of just keep spamming the laser. And then you actually, once they start falling, you don't have to shoot anymore. They just keep falling. As long as you stay up in this same part of the screen. Even if you go backwards, they keep falling. That was kind of bad. Yeah, just once they start falling, then just good to go. And the next boss is in this room. So one more time. I want to have as much time as Bert as possible here. Ah, keep getting hit by this skeleton guy. That's a good reason to kill this skeleton so he doesn't hit you. Yeah, it's hard to say like what particular spot you need to hit to get the spikes to start falling, but... Okay, let's save here. We'll fight the mummy. So this guy, he, it's kind of like the Minotaur, but he can shoot in different directions. So he's shooting up and down to the floor. He's pretty fast. He's either gonna like run right for you and charge to the left, or he's gonna stick to the right side of the screen. Both can be good and bad. Alright, we'll see what he does here. So you can kind of you could just duck and see what he does. Just keep shooting. That worked pretty well in that case. If you kill him and you happen to be in the middle of the room here, you might as well grab this question mark. Because this is a good time to extend Bert, if possible. But as you see, we did not get it. We got points. So no luck with that question mark there. But there's 3 question marks in this vicinity, including that one, that it would be great to get a Bert pill from. If you're going for something a bit faster, you would want the mummy to kind of come at you so you can finish the room on the left side of the screen. But if you're too far to the left and he's over there, you're not going to be hitting him at all because your lasers won't reach. So there's just a variety of ways that this fight can go. Yeah, sometimes he just gets kind of stuck in the far corner and you have to be even a little bit further than the starting point to be able to hit him. That was a Bert pill, so that actually extended our Bert. That was the lucky Bert. Yeah, so let's kill him again. That was Bert again. So we'll do this with, this is the lucky Bert route. Since we got the right item here. It's pretty fortunate. All right, so I'm gonna save there. I can still show you where the other question marks are though. So you really wanna hope you get a Bert from this. Then you just fly under these umbrellas, and then this wolf guy has another question mark. So if the boss or one of those 2 other question marks is Bert, this is the route. That is the lucky Bert. Very big time save. It's not, if you're just getting started with the run, it's not the end of the world. I think even the current world record doesn't get this lucky Bert. So it does not ruin the run, but it really helps. It's a big time save. Alright, so you do want to grab that. Even if you are Bert, you still should grab that item anyway. Let those umbrellas chase you. This guy has a heart. It's worth killing him for that. Just kind of fly, get that heart. And then another Bert pill is right here. And that extends your Bert into this boss fight. So the final boss is in this room. Do that section one more time. Yeah, it's not too bad when you're Bert. You just kind of keep flying, and these umbrellas are kind of jerks are a little bit hard to hit. Hard to sneak under without getting hit, I should say. It's good to kill things as far away as possible too, so you can grab the item without having to slow down too much. Yeah, sometimes that invisible skeleton guy will pop up and get you. Alright, so here is the spider boss. This boss is kind of rough. It's a little bit like the pumpkin, where it's just moving left and right and jumping occasionally. He shoots really quickly. This is another good instance of you want to take damage from the projectiles instead of the body of the boss. But basically you'll just kind of do your best. This boss often will do a lot of damage to you, because it's a mix of wanting to take damage from the projectiles and just sometimes you just get hit by the body and can't do much about it. But again, I like to kind of shoot a couple times and walk left, just so I'm like on the left side of the room. Do that one more time here. Alright, that's pretty good. And if you happen to finish that fight in the middle of the room, you may as well grab the question mark, because it could be Bert or health. And if you got Bert, it would not hurt anything. This last part's pretty easy. There's a bat right here with health. It's worth taking the quick stop there to grab that. And then on to level 4. Okay, so this level is kind of weird. It has one of the weirder like enemy spawn routes out of all the levels. I think there's gonna be some, you know, enemies we kill and items we don't grab, and even stuff like don't hit certain things. It'll make some sense once we start doing it, but this one's kind of weird. We will kind of inevitably change back to Mark, unfortunately, so you'll lose time with that. There is one of the bosses, if you get a lucky Bert, you can save a little bit of time there, but we're kind of Bert's gonna run out, and we're gonna be changing to Mark fairly soon here. There's a kind of neat damage boost you can do with Bert and these blocks. This is another one I'm not great at doing, but it can be kind of cool. But you basically shoot it with your laser as you're walking into it. Do a new save state right there. Yeah, this one's pretty hard, but yeah, so that was it. Yeah, you kind of walk in it while you're shooting it, and then turn around. So that's another damage boost you can add. One thing that's weird, it's sometimes that damage boost doesn't matter that much, at least that particular one, because you might get hit by a rock from the scorpion anyway. And then the first part of this route, we're gonna kill this snake but not grab the item it drops. And then just fly over this one. Dip down, fly over the alligator. I screwed up something somewhere. I think another thing that changes the spawns is where you kill the enemy on the screen. So what we actually want to do is kill this snake faster. You want to kill it there. Then fly over this. Dip down. And now this scorpion is gone. So yeah, that first snake, you want to kill it a little bit faster than I did that first time. And then that scorpion shouldn't be there. All right, there's kind of a tricky spot right here. Yeah, usually you're gonna change back to Mark by about this point. So we're trying to get up to the left into this hallway. Now, there's a couple ways you can get past this guy. You can either deflect his projectile back at him and then jump up here. You could also avoid those. Timing got a little weird because we're transforming on this screen. You can avoid his projectiles and jump up there. Seems like that spawns the snake. I forgot about that. If you don't kill him... he didn't show up that time. But yeah, what I typically do is I will try to bounce the projectiles up at him. This is kind of a weird... I'm gonna transform here. I don't usually have Bert this long. Okay. I'm gonna save that. Yeah, that works too. But yeah, I usually try to bounce one of the first projectiles back. Like so. If the snake shows up, you can kind of do a jump and swing move to kill him without taking too much time. And then here's the next boss. I'll show this one more time here. Oh, yeah, you don't want to drop down there. Yeah, it's easy to like get kind of stuck here too. You hit your head on the ceiling. So this is a pretty tricky jump that's worth practicing. Because if this scorpion's still alive and you're like hitting your head on the ceiling and stuff, it's just like you just get mad. That part's no good. Yeah, just do that. And fight this guy. So the armor is kind of a pain. I don't have great advice for this guy. He's one of my least favorite bosses. Basically, he moves really slowly. He fires swords at you. You can't hit his upper body. You have to hit him like, basically his hitbox is the waist or his legs. But he just moves very slowly to the left and right. He doesn't do anything special with his movement. So what I typically do is just basically walk right up to him and keep hitting his legs. Hopefully you're going to be hitting back his sword projectiles too, because that will kill him faster. I kind of just wait until, like, as he's passing through, you kind of gradually turn around, and then hopefully you're killing him at about here. But yeah, he can be a real trouble depending on his projectile pattern. Because sometimes he might keep hitting you with his projectiles and you just keep getting knocked away and not hurting him. Yeah, like that fight was pretty bad. He was almost to the middle of the room already. Now, if you're really low on health, you can kind of jump over him. Do stuff like that, but you're just gonna lose a lot of time. But Yeah, maybe if you're in a marathon or race situation. This is a decent amount of health to have. Let's see if this is health anyway. Alright. That's the armor. You just hope that he doesn't kill you, basically. Alright. So here you have some choices. If your health is good, you can damage boost through the scorpion. Just keep walking and then turn around when you land on him. You shouldn't get hit by those rocks. I hesitated there. Yeah, I didn't boost properly that time. Wow. Yeah, if you get stuck down here and you have to crawl, this is the crawl of shame. You really don't want to do that. There we go. That's how that's supposed to work. And then you kind of do hit your head and bat through the gator, and then damage boost through this. There is, if your health is bad and you want to keep going, you'll basically want to deflect the rocks back, like right about here. That should get him. He also has a heart, so that's good. And then we're coming up on the second boss. It's also kind of similar to the plant. It just sits there. You can't hit the cat when it's in the box, but it comes out pretty frequently. But you'll just want to stand in front of the box, jump and swing your bat. Hopefully you don't get hit. It's a pretty fast fight, usually. I usually open up with that jumping swing, because sometimes you'll bounce a projectile back at it. And that question mark is always worth getting. It's okay if you get Burt here, because we're about to get another Burt pill. Ooh, we got health. Yeah, I'll stick with that. All right. And that's, yeah, a great time to have health too, because you're often pretty low. Now, when you come out of the room, you do not want to swing your bat and hit this rock. If you do, the alligator is going to come back. If you just walk out of the room, just walk right through the block. You don't have to fight the alligator. Alright, so this part, the scorpion's back, so you kind of want to do a jump and swing your bat up to that block and hopefully kill it like that. And that's a good heart to grab. If you really don't need it, you can save a fraction of a second, but now that happens a lot too. You might not kill him, so you could either try to just keep, you could just hit him, or you might need to kind of carefully jump through all of this junk and just get up to the top right. It's easier said than done. So it's great if you can just kill him like that. Usually if you kind of jump right through the middle of these blocks, yeah, and then get the heart. So that's kind of a pain in the butt spot, but that is that. Okay, so there's some kind of tricky routing on this part that's pretty important. You will kill this snake and this snake. Do not grab either of the items. And then here, just drop straight down and kill this snake as fast as you can. He doesn't drop anything. And then this scorpion has the pill. I may have screwed up somewhere, because usually that block doesn't spawn. Yeah, I think I killed that snake too late. That's what I mean with like item spawning is so cryptic and weird. See, it didn't show up that time. See, now there's no block. Now we can have a little bit easier time killing the scorpion. And then get the pill. Alright, now there is an optional thing here. This scorpion has a heart. So if you're low on health, it's worth getting that. If you're really low on health, you can go in here. Wait, no you can't. I thought there might be an item in here. Never mind. Okay, yeah, so you can kill this scorpion and grab the health. Otherwise, just fly over it. That snake has a question mark, so that could also be health, so that's worth trying for. This is also a question mark, so that's worth grabbing too. If you're low on health. That scorpion's a little out of the way. But the boss is actually up here. This is another one that could very easily kill you. He shoots music notes, so you want to try to take damage from that so you don't get hit by his body. He's also, you can't really hit the top of his head, but I think it looks like his shoulders, and that's where he takes damage. If you're ducking and shooting, it's not going to hit him. Looks like his body's not going to hurt you if you're ducking, though. But yeah, basically you'll shoot a couple times, try to get to the left side of the screen, just so that you can exit the room quickly when he dies. But yeah, really the main thing you want to do is make sure his body doesn't get you. Alright. And then we'll go back down here. We will kill this alligator. There's a heart there. And then kill this snake for another Burt pill. Killing the alligator is kind of important, because if you don't kill him... Oh, that's another thing too. You can get stuck right here in this block. So don't panic, but at this, so basically you don't want to immediately hold right going off of this ledge, or you'll get stuck in the block. Yeah, just go down here. But you do have to kill this gator in order for this snake to appear, because you really want this pill. That'll extend your Burt through the rest of the stage. Alright, so there's rocks there. You shouldn't get hit by those. Just dodge those. There's another little cool damage boost here. Basically, you'll get over the block and then turn around so you get boosted to the right into the little hallway there. That wasn't great, but it's kind of the general idea of that one. And then just fly up over that block and you're at the end. Let's do that one more time. I'm gonna get a little more Burt time. Okay. On to level 5. So if you've made it to level 5, you don't have to worry too much about health anymore. There's only well, there's two bosses in level 5. Only one of them is real. And so you can get out of level 5 without taking much damage. So yeah, at this point in the game, you're not gonna be like praying for hearts or anything. But basically, you're still Bert, so you're just gonna fly over all this stuff. And then you go into this door. This is on par with the Sorry I'm Dead boss. So these guys, you don't want to hit them. You don't want to walk into them. You just have to wait. This took me a long time to figure out when I was a kid. I could not figure it out at all. And there's no known way to skip any of this or speed it up. If anybody figures that out, please let me know. You just kind of have to wait. And if you hit it, it's going to extend the fight even longer. So you don't want to hit these guys. Just starts the song over again. One thing I did want to point out, though, I did mention way earlier in the tutorial about a way to skip the transformation animation. And this might be one time in the run where it might help. It's kind of a long shot. But basically when Bert's blinking, when his ability is about to run out, he does 20 bleeps before you change back into Mark. Now, if you keep track and count those, and then if you enter a doorway right as soon as he's going to change back into Mark, I'm pretty sure it's frame perfect, but if you go into the doorway at that exact moment, you skip the transformation animation. And depending on how fast you're moving, you might be able to do it on this door and save some time. But it's kind of risky. And if you're at the door to the zombies and you're only on blink 18 or 17 or something, it's not worth waiting for the 20th one. But let's see if we can count and get this. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I didn't quite get it. I won't take up too much time trying to get that. I do have another video on my channel demonstrating that skip, so you could check that out. But yeah, if you get the timing just right, you can skip the transformation animation when you go through a door. And this is one room where it might help. It's a little iffy because if you're on the 20th bleep and you're changing back into Mark at this door, you're a little bit slow. So it's kind of a random possible time save. But that's the zombie boss. And we'll just kind of jump on these rocks. That shark can't really hit you. I don't know why I jumped there. Don't want to do that. Yeah, that shark can't get you. This worm guy can. Wait, I'm doing something wrong. The worm guy you can jump over. Yeah, just wait a little bit, jump over the worm guy, drop onto the log. I haven't played this level in a few days, so kind of forgetting what's happening. Yeah, and then just jump up these blocks up to the next boss in the stage. This guy is stationary. You can't hit his legs. You have to get pretty close inside here, and then you can hit his body. You can also stand on these and like kind of bounce stuff back, but you're gonna lose time. So you just kind of get right in there and just keep jumping and swinging. And you'll hit quite a few of his javelins back if you're lucky. You do not want to grab this question mark. Well, it was health that time, but you don't want Bert right now. Unless magically you're still Bert. I don't know how you'd get here and still be Bert, but yeah, you don't want to grab that question mark. As I said earlier, if you're at level 5, your health is in good shape for the rest of the game. Alright, so skip that heart. And then we have the key. We can leave the stage. Just jump down here. There's some kind of long jumps. This next jump, you'll kind of land in the water briefly, and there's some special timing to jump out without taking damage. What happens sometimes is you get stuck in there and you start getting hurt. And then just do that, jump over the shark, hopefully. Yeah, that one's pretty, it's kind of a tricky timing, but let's jump over the shark. Jump over the snake things. So these fish bones jump out of the water there. What I like to do is I like jump, but hesitate a little bit before moving forward, or that you'll get hit. Jump over that guy. A little bit of hesitation with this shark too. This level is pretty easy, but you'll want to practice getting the timing down for those jumps. And that's the end of the stage. We'll do another run through that. All right. On to level 6. Almost there. So this is the maze. The haunted mansion. If you're playing this casually, this level is horrible. But yeah, you'll want to kind of write down the route for this. Maybe for a long time when I was learning this game, I had a post-it note right next to my TV so I could remember which doors to take. But yeah, this level is kind of like, it's just a nightmare if you don't know where to go, because the doors just kind of take you into very similar looking hallways, and there's just stuff constantly shooting at you, and the music's really annoying, and yeah, this level's kind of rough. But we're gonna go through the fast route to get through here. So first you're gonna go through this door right here. There's a map on GameFAQs as well that I think has this route. So we're gonna go through this door. Let's keep going right. Skip that door, go right up to the edge of the pants, and go in through this door. Then go right, jump over that, go in this door, go left, go in this door, And then this will be our pill. Now from here, ideally you want to keep Bert for the rest of the game. We do have a fancy laser now. I can't remember if we had that in level 5, because we never shoot anything with it. Yeah, so at this point you're gonna really hope to have Bert for the rest of the game. We'll do the route one more time. Yeah, just go right up to that butt, then jump over it. Now this chair, I'll talk about this chair too. As far as for keeping Bert a little bit longer, it doesn't hurt to try to get this chair over to the left side of the screen so that you just have Bert for longer, if that makes sense. You know, beyond this door, you'll have Bert for an extra second or something, as compared to if you're all the way over here and you get the pill. So you'll kind of want to like try to manipulate this chair to get it over here. That's not a great example, but you're good if you can at least get the pill over on this half of this hallway. Should be good. Even that, it's like, that's fine. I'm struggling with this. The chair is not cooperating. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, if you can kill the chair further to the left side of the screen, it's ideal. So go through that door, then go right. Go right again. Go in that door. There's gonna be some fireballs there. You can dodge them or damage boost through them. And then the boss is in this room. I'll do that route one more time. Okay, got the pill. So go right. Right. This first door. And then boss. So this room has a bunch of like weird translucent faces and stuff. It's always going to be the same one. If they had RNG on this boss, I would probably cry. I wouldn't be running this game. But it's always going to be the face on the right. That one that just charged at me and hit me. The other ones can't even damage you. But yeah, the one that's on the right is the one you want to go for. Now, what is RNG is where the face moves. This one is cooperative and stayed low, but sometimes the face will like fly all the way up here and just be kind of annoying. But ideally, the face is just gonna kind of be cooperative. Now you do want to grab this question mark. We got health that time. There is a potential to save some time if you get Bert on that room. We'll move on not getting it just so I can show you where to get another Bert pill in this level before we leave. But if you do get Bert from this boss, you can skip that pill grab and save time. Okay, so we got points that time. So we'll just save it here. But that is, if you do get Bert there, that can be a nice little time save. Okay, so go back through this door, and then go to the right, go through this. Skip that door, kill the pants. Go through this door, kill the chair. That chair drops a heart. Sometimes you can grab it automatically. Go through that door, go down, and then go through this door. Go through this door. Killed. Oh man, I didn't get there in time. Anyways, there's the pill we wanted before we transformed. This could be a problem. With this save state is too slow, apparently. Uh-oh. Try to be a little faster this time. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think I'll make it in time. That was a bad save state. I think the boss fight was too slow. Oh, we got it! Okay. Good. Alright, so we just extended Bert. I'm gonna save there. Now you want to go back through that same door you just went in, and then go to this left one. And then here's the end of the stage. Now, if you got the lucky Bert from the boss, you can skip going into this room entirely. You don't have to go through and kill the pants and, you know, do that whole thing. You just walk past that door, go into this door, and go to the end. I will change your route a little bit in level 7 if you do that, but I'll try to explain that once we get there. Alright, so we got Bert. Go through here. I'm gonna actually, hold on. I'm gonna optimize this save state a little better. Okay. I think that's fine. I just want Bert as long as possible here. Okay, that chair has a heart, and then we'll leave the stage. Sorry if that level is confusing to explain. It's just really, you have to write down a map of which doors to go in and memorize that level. That's the main thing you gotta do. But getting that extra Bert pill is essential, because you want to have Bert for this level especially. So level 7 is the tower. This level is a little weird in that it has 3 bosses, but you only kill 2 of them to get the key. If you kill all 3 bosses, you cannot leave the stage. It's kind of a weird, not sure if it's a bug or a troll move by the makers of the game, but you only kill 2 of the bosses. We're gonna kill the caterpillar and the spider. And then we'll get into where we can extend Bert here as well. Here's level 7. So go up these stairs. Yeah, when you're Bert, you just fly through everything. Now this room, the boss is in this door. The ghost right next to it has a pill. So, if you got the lucky Bert pill from the boss in level 6, and you skipped that extra one right before the end of the stage, you will want to grab this pill, probably before your boss fight, just to be safe. But if you got the Bert pill at the end of level 6, you do not want to grab this pill yet. Maybe. Depending on how your caterpillar fight goes. But yeah, hopefully this makes sense. If you got the lucky Bert pill in level 6, grab this pill. Okay, so we got Royce here. So he starts on the bed and then he rolls off and just rolls across the screen all crazy. It's kind of a fast fight. It can go horribly wrong though. Yeah, just jump up, hit him a couple times, and he starts rolling around. Just try to. You really want this fight to be fast, as fast as possible. Like this, yeah, that was not good. Because if this fight is slow, If the fight is slow, you need to kill this ghost for the pill, regardless of what happened in level 6. If you have a slow Royce fight, you're probably going to want to take this, because the next pill in the stage is a little bit far away. Oops, I don't know why I went through there again. So you need a fast Royce fight. Like that. See, some of our lasers missed, so that was not fast. It's another kind of slow one. See, that's good. If the laser catches it while it's rolling, it just keeps hitting him. Then that's a good fight. So we'll go with that one and skip this ghost. And you keep going up ladders for a little while. You'll kind of figure out what enemies will hit you. Figure out a little bit of timing and ways to dodge everything. Sometimes it helps to kill those purple guys. Get them out of your way. But then this guy has a pill. So if you had a slow Royce fight and you skip that ghost right outside of his room, you're not going to get to this pill in time. So you want to make sure just to kill him fast enough. Like that. That was pretty good. But yeah, if you had a slow Royce fight, just kill that ghost again. And that'll get you to the next pill, no problem. And one thing too on that room that might help, if it's really tight, your pill's about to run out. I'll show you kind of a good way to. I may have stated too slowly. But basically you'll want to like start shooting him from a distance, just so that you know, when the enemy explodes, it takes a little while for him to actually drop the item. So if you're shooting at him from further away, you'll grab it more quickly. So I've had quite a few runs, like you're like right here and the enemy's dying, and then you transform back into Mark and lose a bunch of seconds. So it's good to make sure that doesn't happen. All right, now we're gonna go into this room, fight spider number 2. She jumped really high that time. It's a really fast fight. Just kind of kill it. Leave the room. That was, you want to be like as far to the left as you can. That was pretty good. And then just keep going up. Yeah, there's that one boss we didn't fight. He's a Grim Reaper. He's really awesome looking. But unfortunately, he slows down everything. Don't fight the other guy. Alright, but here we are. We're on the final stage. We've stuck it out this long. We're almost done. This level does have 3 bosses. The first one, you're actually going to go to the left. And just fly up into this church right here. Now this guy is really pretty annoying. He's just like very random. Flies around all over the place trying to hit you. It's very crafty. One good kind of basic strat is to kind of park in the corner there and duck, and you can shoot your laser fairly quickly, because there's only, you know, the other laser's going into the ground, so you can just shoot faster if you're ducking and it's hitting the floor like that. Let's actually get a save state in that room. But yeah, you'll just kind of want to hit him as he comes down, depending which way he goes. That was a good fight. That was good. Yeah, just hopefully your lasers aren't missing. Yeah, I like to get in this corner myself. You might find some more reliable method. Kind of like, you can switch it up between standing up and shooting, depending on, because if you're ducking and he's far away, you're not going to hit him either. So if he seems to be going the other direction, yeah, it's bad when he gets up like that. Yeah, I've found a pretty surefire way to kill him is to kind of get in this corner and just keep doing that. But yeah, you can lose time in this room and there's not a whole lot you can do, unfortunately. But you leave, dodge this sparkly thing, kill some candles, and this candle has a pill. And then we can carry on. Let's do that section again here. Okay, that was a really good serpent fight right there. That's a great thing to happen. Alright. Yeah, so candles are coming. If you need health, you can grab that heart. You probably don't need it, but you do need that pill. Save from there. Now here, there's a lot of stuff flying through the air. You'll fly over these. A weird thing with these candles coming at you, if you're flying up at the top of the ceiling like this, they're gonna hit you. So what you kind of want to do is stay a little bit low and then fly up to the ceiling. Then they can't hit you. It's kind of a weird thing. You're safe if you were lower on the screen when they spawn. So yeah, just fly over these. You can also shoot at them too, but it's a little hard when there's 3 of them. They might get through and hit you. And then the next boss is in this door. This guy just, he doesn't move, so he just stands there and shoots stuff. Very fast and erratic moving projectiles. So basically you'll just walk towards him and shoot him, and then park right here. So you'll just duck right in front of him and hit him with lasers till he dies. He doesn't have too much health, luckily. Potentially he might hit you while you're ducked down there. See, he hit me there, and now like my laser's not hitting him. So you might have to get up again and move towards him. Like that. You'll lose a little time if he hits you like that, but there we go. He's pretty easy. So get out. There's a little damage boost you can do on that candle. And then fly up to this top of the screen again to dodge those. Top of the screen. We're getting another pill right here. And then dodge more candles. And then here's the next boss. Mark Soup. Now this guy just like charges left and right. He changes direction randomly. If you duck, he won't hit you. So you won't take damage if you're ducking. That's good to know. Yeah, basically you shoot him. Oh, there's one strat I like is to take a quick step forward and then do a duck and shoot. You might get in some extra hits this way. Yeah, see, I got in 3 that time. Yeah, just like a very subtle, like if you shoot standing up at first, like you can't shoot as many shots off. But if he's moving that direction, if he's moving in the same direction as your shot, you might kill him really quickly too. This is a very fast fight. It's pretty easy, honestly, but there are some little things to do to speed it up. With all of these boss fights in this game, just set up something with save states and just grind away. Just keep doing it, and you'll figure out what works for you. That was pretty good. Alright, so once you get out of there, it's the last boss of this level. So fly over these witches and candles, stars, oops. Final Burt pill is coming up here. Right there. It was hard to see, he was at the top of the screen, but it's the last few witches, and there's 3 final candles right at the end. Just shoot them so you can go in the door without getting hit. And here comes the heartbreak. Okay, we'll save here. So this is the final boss. He's a jerk. So the only time you can hit him is when his nose is open. Right now it's closed, now it's open. You can hit him. Yeah, otherwise you just have to wait. And there's no known way to manipulate this. So sometimes you might, he might open up immediately and stay that way. He usually opens up and you can hit him like 2 or 3 times. And he might close again, he might open up again immediately, and you can kill him really fast. Sometimes he just takes forever. Your Burt might run out, you might die. There's just a wide range of what can happen in this room. But basically, you just want to fly, stay really close to the nose. So that was great. That was an excellent nose pattern. He opened up immediately, opened back up fairly quickly. But yeah, there's no known way of fixing this fight in your favor. You just want to stay there. It's good to keep shooting just in case he opens up. You can get a shot off right away. If you wait for it to open and then shoot, you might not get as much damage in before it closes again. That's the only advice I got there. It's kind of a sad room. You could have a great pace, and then through no fault of your own, you will ruin the run. But that's it. That is Monster Party. I hope this tutorial was helpful. I had fun making it. I've never done anything like this before. I had a good time with it. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I stream on Twitch fairly regularly. You can message me on Twitter or something. I do have a Discord as well. It's not a Monster Party Discord, but there are a few other Monster Party runners that hang out in there sometimes. And we always like to talk shop or share PBs or complain about the nose boss. But I don't think I have anything else to say. I hope this inspires somebody out there to run this game. It's always nice to have more people to share strats with. If anybody knows how to manipulate item drops or the boss, please let me know. We gotta watch this ending screen too. This is the real reason to play this game. You can watch Mark's body melt apart. It's good stuff. But yeah, that's it for this game. Yeah, I'm out of things to say. So hope you enjoyed it, and take care.